Xfinity counter days, bro. Okay, because I don't know what happened in the last 30 minutes of the episode. Well, not the last 30 minutes. I'll say the last maybe 15 minutes of the episode and then the whole after party. My thing was acting up. So the last scene I saw was when David was giving his parents a hug and stuff and, trying to force tears that never came out. But anyway, hey guys, it's your girl Victoria back to you with another review for Married at First Sight season 18 episode 2 called Windy City Weddings. It is November 1st. This episode came out last week. Like sometime last week on like the 22nd, I think. But we here, you know what I'm saying? We move around, we try to get through life, okay? So we're just going because we got a lot to not really go over, but I have a whole nother episode to watch after this to review that too. So like we gotta just go straight to it. So we're gonna kind of pick up where we left off. Okay, it's Madison and Alan's wedding day, okay? So Madison walks down the aisle. Alan is immediately smitten. He's like, oh, hot diggity dog. He don't say that word for it. I'm just paraphrasing. And, Alan said that Madison is beautiful and, he won the lottery and, Madison put the banana in her bouquet and all that stuff. So all is well. The ceremony goes well. They, kiss on the lips. And, I see they kind of have some good first time chemistry. They're both jolly people, like to make little jokey jokes and stuff. So that, everything is going good. So they go outside to that, the balcony or whatever, the rooftop that overlooks the city to pop some bubbly and talk. So they both seem happy with each other and they both seem happy with each other's looks. So all is well, cool, great. That's how it usually starts, people. So I'm not going to be too focused on, okay, everything's going good now because we haven't gotten to the nitty gritty yet. Okay, if you guys could survive the honeymoon, then you may be on the right path. But, even people who survive the honeymoon don't be on the right path. So I can't say nothing in these first episodes. So then we get to Carla and Juan. They're next to be married. So I guess while Juan is with his people, he gets a little emotional, saying, he's embracing the unknown and, which is getting married at first sight. He does a little confessional and stuff. I'm like, you ain't the first guy to cry, get all emotional and stuff during your wedding or right before your wedding and stuff. Look at Zach. Remember Zach from, what was it, Houston? Yeah, so, okay, you crying, all right, cool, feel better, whatever. You crying, you doing all this crying, and then when you see your bride, it look like you was too, impressed. So your crying means nothing at this point. So then we get to Carla. She feels like she loves him already. While she's getting her makeup done, I'm like, oh, you crazy. I mean, I already knew you was crazy, but like, no, you crazy. So, even though her parents don't want to be on camera, they do support her, and that's all that matters. I think they showed her a video of her parents or something, like showing their support and whatnot, so she gets emotional. So that's cool, that's cute, whatnot. Okay, and then her sisters are her bridesmaids. None of them are matching. It's not the same color, not the same type of dress, no nothing. It is what it is, but Carla is a person who is outside of the box, so I'm not going to be surprised that the bridesmaid dresses are outside the box. All right, moving right along. And then we have Juan. He goes to the altar, introduces himself to Carla's family, gets a little choked up, and I'm like, Juan, look, let Juan, please don't let this be you being emotional the whole season, okay? Because you give very much cocky vibes from the first episode, and then now we're finding out in the second episode you hella emotional. Please stop this shit. Because like I said, when she walked down the aisle, you didn't look too impressed. So you doing all this crying for what, really? Like what are you doing? Get it together. Okay, not saying a guy can't show his true feelings, but I'm just looking at you like, why are you having all this emotion for somebody you don't even know? Like let's be real about this shit. Like, one, I'm side eyeing you at this point. Get it together, sure. And he said he's a sensitive guy. That's an understatement. And then we have Carla walking down the aisle. Like I said, Juan didn't look too impressed. And, she asked him if he was in love with her already or if he loved her, like, from jump. I'm like, Carla, you thought you was being funny, but I'm going to look at you like you crazy. Like, you talking about the females be running down the aisle. Camille wanted to, like, not go through with the wedding. I would have been looking at Juan like, maybe you shouldn't go through with the wedding. Like, if someone asked me that, I mean, granted, yes, getting married at first sight, but like if your first question to me is if I love you already, that's a major red flag. I don't care if it's a joke or not. I'm walking down the aisle like, yeah, I can't do this. I'm gonna be like the girl who dipped out on Michael from last season. Because that's just telling me, oh, you a crazy one. You one of the crazies that like one crazy they always have to put on every season. She the one. So Juan, you already sensitive as it is, like you said. So just be careful, bro. Be careful. You gonna go through with it. Clearly we saw you went through it, but like I don't know. I'm a little concerned for you, Juan. A little bit. I'm still side eyeing, but I'm a little bit concerned because Carla just she gives me crazy girl vibes. So anywho, after all that, he looked like he was a deer caught in headlights when she asked him that question. But that it didn't faze him too much because they still got married, right? So the ceremony goes well. They kissed, but before all that, I guess Juan has a brother named Juan Pablo. I just put that in my notes, like, oh, so your name is Juan and his name is Juan Pablo. Okay, that's original. And then when they was not reading each other's vows, but like when I guess the officiant was reading what each other's family and friends have to say about the person. I guess when they mentioned that Juan has multiple streams of income, Carla's eyes lit up, and I just seen dollar signs, and I'm like, yes, it's okay to be like, oh, okay, he got money, but like I wouldn't be like showcasing like, oh, he has money. Like I'd be like, oh, okay, that's what's up. You look, the trick is, guys, you can't be looking like so impressed because they gonna look at you like, oh, you just want me for my money, which is not the case. It's a plus if that is the case. But like I'm not gonna be like, oh my gosh, you rich, oh, he got money. No, I'm not gonna do all that. And Carla, you really gave it away, and I'm just like, I mean, she gonna do whatever she want to do, but once again, if I was one, I'll be looking at like, oh, that's another red flag. Like the first red flag, you asking if I love you. The second red flag, you got dollar signs in your eyes when you found out I have multiple streams of income. Why your family tell her that? Why your family put that in the thing like that? Because they trying to flex and stuff. Like no, you trying to have someone who loves you for you. But I'm sorry, that's two strikes. You're already almost out for me, Carla. But once again, I would never get on this type of show. But that's why I just watch it and give my opinion on this. But I'm concerned, bro. I'm concerned for you that, and like I said, they kissed. The good compliment I do have for Carla is I do love her eyes. Every time I see them, I'm like, yo, is this your real eyes? Because like, it's gorgeous. So after the ceremony, they go sit down and talk. They both seem attracted to each other from what they said. I don't know. Like I said, Juan didn't seem too impressed, but I know how producers be editing this stuff, to make us think one way, but it's really another way. So I'm not going to hold him. So after they, they're still talking. They seem to have decent conversation. They're both very soft-spoken. He seems very nonchalant, like the nonchalant type of person. Like, they love you, but like it doesn't really showcase in their words or emotions that much, even though he's a sensitive emotional person. So I'm still trying to gauge who the hell Juan is. But I just put in my notes, I wonder if he is like so nonchalant because he's disinterested. Because it didn't seem like there was any spark factor from meeting her at the altar. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. And then we have Imem and Ikechi are next to be married. So Imem's bridal party got her a pendant of her father's picture and like a little blue stone, heart stone, for something blue, and I guess something old probably was her dad. And, she gets emotional, everybody gets emotional. And I think I don't know if it was her cousin or her sister, the one that kind of seemed like she was disapproving of the whole married at first sight thing. Excuse me, when Imem first told them that she was getting married at first sight. I guess she went to talk to Imem's mom, and even though Imem's mom didn't want, this whole publicized arranged marriage, even though she supports arranged marriage, but just not publicized arranged marriage, she does send her, support to her daughter, and, she gets emotional, Imem gets emotional, so I thought that was cute. And Akechi writes her a poem and he gets her a gift, but we don't see the gift. But Imem and her bridesmaids was all impressed by the poem and all that stuff, so that's cool. I thought the poem was cool. That was cute, especially if Akechi did write that from like his buen without help. Okay, I would be impressed, if I was reading that. But that's for Emem to be impressed, not us. So anywho, she gets him, she writes him a letter and whatnot, and gets him like these bridal glasses for them to celebrate their 1 year anniversary with, which I think is cute to kind of showcase like you in this for the long run, for not for you're not here for a short time but a long time, even though like at this point, as fast as time goes, 1 year is really not a long time, but you get the idea. So after that, we get to the wedding. We get to them walking down the aisle to the altar. I can't really gauge either of their feelings of how they think of the other person, especially when they first saw each other. I mean, they both smiled and stuff, but it didn't seem like anything like, oh, they're smitten like Alan was with what her name? Madison. So I was just like, okay, she's taller than him. I mean, some people don't care, but I'm just like, no. Once again, she a taller person, so maybe that's why she don't care. But for me, I'm just like, I'm short, so like if you shorter than me, it's a no go. But she's taller, so she's probably used to it. And some people, like I said, they just really don't care. So that's cool and all. The ceremony seems to go well. They do kiss, and then they go to the back to pop some bubbly and talk, and things seem cordial. That's all I got from their scenes and whatever. So then we finally get to Michelle and David's wedding, and it's David's birthday. He wants to let us know that when his dad got married, it was his birthday, and then when his little brother got married, it was his birthday, and they both been married. Like the brother been married for 6 years, the dad and his mom been married for like decades and stuff. So he's hoping that since today is his birthday and it's his wedding day, that he too will have like longevity in his marriage. Sir, that's wishful thinking, but you never know. Like, I understand the somewhat tradition kind of feels like, but when you guys come on this type of show, like all traditions go out the window. All usually this happens, so that means that you could trash all that thinking, because clearly we've seen from these past 17 seasons of Married at First Sight that you guys thinking some subliminal message, meaning that it might have longevity or it was meant to be, is bullshit. Okay, you have a tattoo of infinity sign, and then your wedding gift is an infinity sign, so it must be meant to be. And we see how disastrous that was for you, Paige. No shade, because you happily in a relationship and you got a baby and all that stuff, so you move forward with life. I'm happy for you, I really am, but I need y'all to stop with this, okay? Because this happened or this happened, that means this is a symbol of that this is gonna work. No, the hell it don't. This is reality TV, folks. Is at this point with this show, with this with the stats of this show, it will be amazing and surprising if any couple make it and have the longevity that the first like half of the the first half season's been. Because I feel like after season 12, I can't even tell you the season after what season, but it's been on the decline. So yeah, David, you can say whatever you want, but it's going in one ear out the other for me. Okay, so he's getting dressed. He didn't put no undershirt on. He didn't put no tank top on. He just put the shirt on. I know for some people they're like, Victoria, so what, but I find it kind of weird, because usually when you're getting dressed up for your wedding and stuff, they put on a tank top. He didn't put on no tank top. That's like the equivalent of a girl putting on something with no bra on. But, depends on what she's wearing, because, you can definitely wear a dress with no bra on, depending on how skimpy the dress is or how much, So, but I'm just like, usually the guy put on a tank top. He didn't put on no tank top. So I'm the only one. I'm the only one who find that weird. That's fine. I'll stand alone in my weirdness. That's fine. And then, which Michelle, after she got her hair did, I'm just like, I'm not really feeling this hairstyle, Michelle. But, if you like it, I love it. But like, this is what you want. Okay, I ain't trying to hate. I ain't trying to hate. That's the last thing I'm trying to do, but I'm just trying to understand. And then the last thing I wrote before Xfinity was acting up on my, this was pre-recorded, and Xfinity was still acting up. I don't understand. But, David defends his reasoning for living with his parents, talking about, if he wanted a place, he could get his own place. He got 2 jobs. Like Rochelle from Everybody Hates Chris. He got 2 jobs, but he don't want to rent. He's like, he don't want to waste money to rent. You know what I'm saying? If he gonna go move out his parents' house, he gonna buy something. And I guess in his mind, he's like, I'm not gonna buy something unless I'm buying it with my wife and kids. And his parents are the people who, like, we don't want you to leave anyway. So, you know what? I don't judge, okay? For the most part, I try not to judge, okay? So if you do indeed have two good paying jobs, I'm not even saying good paying jobs, because you could have two jobs that ain't paying shit, ain't worried about shit, like. But he said two careers, so I'm hoping they're decent paying jobs, both of them. You know what I'm saying? So you got two good paying jobs, all right? If you want to live at your parents' house, if your parents allow you to live at their house, it is what. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh no, you live at your parents' house. Like, I mean, he is 36, but in this economy, I'm not mad at nobody living with whoever they need to live with to save money, And usually, some people, they don't want to spend money. I get it. I've rented before. Rent ain't cheap. Rent is expensive. So I understand people don't want to really be renting. They rather buy. And some people, they feel like, what's the point of buying a house if I'm single and stuff. So I get it. But it's just, unfortunately, especially from past people who's been on here with not their own place, they say they doing good financially and stuff, and then come to find out that was a lie. So that's why it's just like, I'm gonna take you for your word for now, David. But from the credibility of this show, people, it's not a good look, bro. But okay, we're gonna see how it goes. We're gonna see how Michelle take it and anything. She might go, with the flow, but then she might not go with the flow. But seeing how her family member who was talking, saying, she's gonna be asking David a bazillion questions, because it's a lot of females in the family and they're a lot and stuff. I'm just like, oh, just wait. You just wait. Oh yeah, you wanna ask me some questions? Oh yeah. Ask me some questions. Let's see how that goes. Because that's that part of the seasons will always be pissing me off, when these family members be asking all these damn questions, like they shit don't stain themselves. But anywho, once again, that's where the last scene I got. He was hugging his peoples and whatnot, getting a little emotional, crying tears that never came out. And then my thing was, after that, when I tried to fast forward through the commercial, then it went back to Michelle getting ready again. So I'm like, it happened a couple of times, and I'm just like, I'm not even gonna try to figure this shit out. I'm just gonna. It was almost done. The episode was almost done anyway, and technically, I never really watched the after party before doing my review anyway, so I didn't need to watch the after party. So I'm not gonna say F the after party, but F the after party. Anyway, that was the end of the episode. Time to watch episode 3. Okay, so if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you laughed at least once, please subscribe. If you didn't laugh, that's cool. Come back, within the next day or so, because that's when the next review gonna be posted. And comment down below what you thought about this episode. Be easy, breezy, lemon squeezy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.